Hello, everybody. Hope you can follow along on this with this presentation with me. Basically, I was talking about how when you create a video game and you create the levels for it that people play on, it's the same thing as that basically mathematically stretch out the playing field, the heavens. So if you could look here, you might be able to see little blue lines all over the place. And that represents mathematical lines and your barriers. And that's all it is. On a piece of paper, it's code. And then that code is transferred to hardware. And then from hardware to GUI, what means graphic user interface, you can see the reality of it. So let's go here. I'm going to click on the cube, and I'm going to create a universe first. So I'm going to put in some parameters here. And then I'm going to talk about the concept and how it works and relate it to what we're talking about in prayer and authority and how everything works. So I'm going to click or select build. I'm going to close it, and I'm going to actually back up here. And now you can all see the cube that I created. Well, there's nothing there. I just created the parameters. But if you could see this little red mark right here, that's the mathematical starting point. So from that point, I literally stretched out mathematically the perimeters, the universe, the Big Bang, right? It takes a God to do that. So it doesn't just happen. So I'm going to go down here, and I'm going to add basically texture to it. And there we go. We're in our box. Look, so we're in the third dimension, right? And this is a 2D model of a third dimensional look. So let's go inside the box and see what we see here. Okay, now we're inside the box, and I'm going to highlight the wall so you can see a little bit better. But they can't see anything out in the third dimension. So we're in the same position as this 2D model here. But as far as our situation, we're in a 3D dimension, and we can't see the fourth or the fifth dimension. So let's add something here. They talk about in the scripture, faith to move mountains, right? So let's see what we can do here. We'll go to the actor class. We'll go to Earth. We'll click on it. We'll close this out. We'll right click and we'll add it here. We've already created it. And then I'm going to lift it. Get my actor straight here. So there you go. That's how they have the authority. It's just like what I'm doing right now. It's right and click. And why can I do this? I created the parameters. I put the Earth in there, and I can cause it to spin. I can give it algorithms. I can give it artificial intelligence. So, like, say over here, I can literally create boulders flying in the air from different parts of my box out here, my universe, even though it's a lot smaller, and I can literally tell the Earth to move all by itself, back and forth. So, do you have faith to move mountains? Because that's minimal. Our Father in heaven created all of it. He created it out of nothing. So, the whole idea is full circle is to go back and talk about what's the desire of your heart. And I'm trying to get the concept that there's no limits. Because if you go out and look at these cars or these homes, it really doesn't even exist. It exists in our minds. We can touch it. But mathematically, if you get the right telescope or microscope, you could see right through it. You just have to get the right device to see through it. And the reason it exists is because of temperatures and vibration, right? So it's nothing. It's nothing. Why should you limit yourself? Somehow, man has, we get involved with this reality that we live in, and we define it as that's all there is. And our Father in heaven said, look, it's unlimited. And I'm in control of it, and I created all of it. I'm the programmer. I have access. I have access. Just like I have access moving this little model Earth. I know the graphics probably aren't good for you on your end, but that's exactly how it works. So do you have faith to move mountains? Because the person you're asking, our Father in heaven, through Jesus Christ, has the authority to move mountains. He just picks it up and moves it to the next spot. And all it takes is faith. And what's that faith means is that you believe the people that you're asking, the entities, they have the authority to do so, just like I'm doing right now. And what's the reality is, the bots that I throw, say it gets killed, or these little guys, I can throw light. I can give as many lives as I want. They always exist. And not only that, but I can right click on it, just like I'm going to do on this earth, and have properties. And over here, I can actually, if it was a bot, I can actually see what it's thinking. I give it artificial intelligence, and if another bot came in and it felt threatened, I could see the exact point or whatever that it's going to think. So, you wonder how our Father in heaven knows about the desire of your heart, because he can see the technical end of it, and he can actually see the script as it's coming out, just like you would on a video game. It's the same concept. So, I know it's a lot more intricate and a lot more sophisticated, but it's the exact same principles, nothing different. So, I hope this helps, and it gives you an idea on, I'm moving a complete earth here. And Christ said that, if you had just the faith of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. And a lot of people think that's just a saying that, but it's not. That he meant it. He meant that they have that type of power, and he meant that you should have that type of faith and that type of knowledge, because it's important that they teach it to you. So, what's the rule? God works, man chooses, and the adversary deceives. And the only reason you don't know that, and the only reason you haven't used that power yet, is because you don't believe, or they've basically, skewed your view on, what's possible and what's not possible. And also, he challenges people on, the adversary challenges people on timing. You ask God for blessings, you haven't gotten it yet, right? So therefore, you're going to have that voice come up and say, well, look, it hasn't happened yet. That's what I mean by not questioning your Father in heaven. That's the only way that anything can get in between you and your true desire. It's that simple. He's just waiting for you to ask. You are the desire of his heart. You're the ultimate creation, and he sacrificed his only begotten Son just so you can have these possibilities and go through this experience and learn and grow knowledge and growth. And it's all a prayer being answered on both ends, and it's that simple. So if anybody have any questions, let me know, and one of these days I'm going to put more of an intricate example together. I can make water flow and seasons, and it starts raining and all that stuff, and it's all a point and click away. And so and if you think about it, look, when I write a code on a piece of paper, right, it's a word. The word is the authority. So whatever I write is the authority. It's the word. Our Father in heaven uses the same language. His word is authority. His word is a law, and he can write it, and it can change, and he could do anything he wants with it. There is no such thing as impossibility to our Father in heaven. And once you understand those concepts, then you could start defining what it is, the true desire of your heart. And remember this, the worst enemy for having the best is being satisfied with good. Don't. And look, I'm not saying this from, there's still things that I'm out there looking for and trying to get that I desire. I don't have all of them, but I understand this concept, and there's many things that I have in my life that truly is the desire of my heart, and it makes me happy as all get-go. And there's no way to explain it. You just have to go out and get it yourself, whatever it is that you desire. So I hope this presentation helps, and I got a lot out of developing video games on the technology, on how our Father communicates with us and works, and how he has the authority to do things. And I hope this example helped you also. I want to thank everybody. Throw some more questions up, and I'll be able to define it a little bit more. But I hope you all enjoyed this. Thank you very much. Talk to you soon.